Ziegler, show and go, kicks it out. Another three ball, short. Rebound, Dennis. Mangas pump fake again. Left hand trickles off. Rebound to Lanier.
But the length gets even longer at this level, and just a 5'9" guy trying to make that 45-degree pass, very difficult to do.
Jimmy, I know something about being 5'9", so I know what you're talking.
You struggle with those 45-degree passes.
No question about it. Absolutely. Ingram into the paint, finds Mangas. Good screen there. Loads up, in and out on the three. Pistons come up with it.
Delivers it, and with one quick step, boom, right back up at the rim.
Mangas wide open for three, laces one up, gets it to fall. Another one more for Ukamadu. He is showing it all off here.
How about this guy? Pays his way for a tryout, and now lightened up the summer.
He took off from the dotted line.
He sure did. You know his boys back home are watching.
Oh, they better be.
Yeah, they may have pulled together that $250. You know what I'm saying? It says, hey, if you make it, I got a percentage in your game.
Mangas up and under is good.
Yeah, all good shoot.
Back to fall for the Pistons. So a new group starting this half for the Pistons. It is an all-bench group of Jenkins, Keels, Williams, Garcia, and Brooks. Spurs kept their same starters. Mangas for three. Off the back iron. Dennis with the rebound. Jones Garcia.
The entirety of this summer league. He has a tattoo to honor his late father, who was the one who introduced him to the game. His dad took him out to the neighborhood basketball court for the first time when he was 6 years old. He said he
developed their game. It's not looked at as a stigma anymore the longer you stay in college. We're starting to see guys get drafted, like we saw Nick Clifford yesterday. These guys spent 5 years in college, and what a great summer league he's had. And to play his way from what would have been a second-round pick into a first-round pick. How about that rebound? And I mentioned, his mechanics are really good. At Arizona, it wasn't his role to score. There were other guys. We talked about Caleb Love having his hands on the ball for Tommy Lloyd's team on a consistent basis. There were other guys they counted on to score, and he had to come off the bench and play his role and sacrifice some of his game. Well, now you got to expand it back out.
Whoa, give me that! P.J. Hall says not today.
Now, it's not out of the equation here. That's why this is going to be really significant. Like, this is going to be a little bit of a test of will down the stretch here for the Hornets. Especially when the Spurs have put... Under 30 seconds to play here in this third quarter. Step back, elbow jumper, in and out.
Oh, still trying to attack the rim.
You're throwing lobs, you're throwing turnovers.
Mangas also off the bench.
Give it.
Filipowski, his first miss. That one, even though he misses, that one was right on line. Agbo and Collier muscling up near half court. Jones Garcia kicks it in a quarter to Mangas. And that's his specialty, can't connect.
I mean, he is tall, very tall.
And Kelly, talk about what you think you're going to bring to this Spurs ball club.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just, obviously themselves and, attract a lot of attention. And those are the kind of guards you want to play with, the guys who, attract attention and eyes and, can get everybody involved and get everybody open.
And you talk about those type of guards you want to play with. Speak to how easy that makes your job when those guys are spoon-feeding you for those type of shots.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. When you got guards who, like I said, put constant pressure on the rim, like Fox does, and, you got to...
That was tough right there. Nice drive by Collier. Turned that corner, got downhill, didn't see any Spurs players in the vicinity, and then he put it high off the glass with the inside hand. So 1 point game, 6 minutes to go here in the fourth. Jones Garcia to Mangas for three. Short. Dennis on the glass. Two. Jones Garcia to Mangas for three. Short. Dennis on the glass. 2-for-1 special. Mangas in and out. Minix, how about 3-for-1?
We talked about Houston a little bit. What do you make of the Clippers in the Western Conference and what they've done during the offseason?
Well, I think the biggest thing, first of all, going into the offseason, they got through the season with Kawhi Leonard intact. So he ends the year healthy.
And a strong finish by
a strong finish. And
Spurs out to a 24-8 lead. 2:21 to go here in the opening quarter. Going to keep an eye on Jameer Nelson Jr. He's had a good summer so far, especially up in San Francisco. And
I've talked to them. I've talked to both Tyrese and Joe. So, you know, it's good. They're great guys, so I'm looking forward to meeting them.
What excites you most about joining this organization?
I think it's a great organization, just being surrounded by superstars. I get to go.
There's a lot of those.
Yeah, I get to learn every day, learn from everybody, to be honest. That's the most exciting part about it.
BJ, thank you for the time.
Of making it to the Olympics, and he was a central part of their success story. When you talk about him and Buddy Hield and Eric played on the team as well. But they have shot the three extremely well. 16 of 26 from deep. Almost got a turnover, and they do. 3-on-2. Why not?
yeah, they're shooting.
Couldn't score. Mangas back out to the wing. A rare miss from deep, but the rebound by Carter Bryant. 8 seconds to go. Mangas got a little bit of food on the mismatch. He couldn't cash.
Been a pretty wild time in the NBA, right? Since we left the NBA Finals.
Yes.
And had the ecstasy and agony of that situation. OKC winning their first title.
South Bay Lakers that year, yeah, 22-23 is when you would have seen him, I believe. Yep.
He had solid size then, definitely still a shooter back then as well. But he struggled with injuries early in his career, too.
That is true. Nelson getting around Gordon. There's Kyle Mangas, another G Leaguer who is really impressed in the G. Here's Rice. Gets stripped. Mangas. High off the glass.
Oh, my gosh.
On the shot fake. Oh, DJ the Chicago kid with a nice little runner in the lane. He had a 20.6 assist game against the Warriors on Saturday.
Good ball movement.
Step back Mangas. Little sauce on that one.
Are we in the Bay or is this Rutgers? I'm trying to. That was nice. I like the move. Little shimmy with the ball, yo-yoing. Gets to the rack.
It's an 8-point game. Wow, 25 ticks off the third quarter clock here. Mangas has a clean look.
I'm going to go ahead and assume that the Spurs got it. I'm like, there's full court sprinting right now, Kevin.
Dejuan Gordon. Perfect night for some shooty hoop as well. Mangas down the lane.
Jump off to his big man.
That was nice.
Oh, my gosh. This is a floor setter. He is seeing everything right now. And R.J. Davis did this at Carolina as well. Was a really efficient point guard. I mean, in the true sense of the word.
Second year on Summer League roster for Golden State for Dante Scott as Francis misses the three. Here's Jameer Nelson Jr. into the ball game. 13 points yesterday, setting up Kyle Mangas for three.
I think you're right.
Yeah, him or Ibrahima Diallo. I think it was him. The Euro step to the lands, really impressive stuff. Abo into the corner, Carter lobbing it up. Sifo comes down with it. Mangas, no good. Jules.
Defense there on Garcia, that was impressive.
2 steals now for Will Richard. They're all tied up. Mangas creating separation. Kyle Mangas can't bank it home. Really does.
He gets it up on the rim consistently.
Back and forth game. 18 lead changes and 10 ties. Nip and tuck the whole way. Stepping through. Mangas. High archer there.
About with Ware.
bigs have to be able to do that. They have to be able to pick and pop versus pick and roll all the way to the rim.
Larson, free throws making a 1-point game. Good pump fake. And the finish inside. Very relentless.
Did you see that hezzy? Little hesitation there? Just off the dribble. Lifts the shoulders up, freezes the defender, and goes right by him for a nice finish left.
7 in the corner. Mangas can't find the range.
Automatic.
My guy Tom Tolbert. Big 2-for-1 guy. Jameer Nelson. Cut off. Mangas from downtown. And the Heat could have the last possession, but Stevenson threw it away.
Now, when you do that, after you contest with a corner shot, run out. Don't fall into the first row. Run out in transition.
Another 3 minutes.
After timeout, set play drawn up by the coach. Maybe it didn't work like you wanted it to.
Seafood with the block, and look at him run the floor. Mangas in transition. And the Spurs crash the glass. And we have basket interference.
And he's going to play better over the next couple weeks than he's playing tonight.
Final 7 seconds here. Heat up by 5. Nelson backwards. Mangas. Little push off. Missed it.
A little one?